What's up guys, in this video we will be talking about shipping for marketplaces and why it is so much harder than most people think. And if you're considering building a marketplace that involves shipping, so that could be kind of like an Etsy marketplace, then this video is for you. So keep on watching. Let's do it. Okay, so why is this hard? Well, let's try and compare it to a regular e-commerce store. So on a regular e-commerce store, you have one seller, one warehouse, and one shipping setup, you could say, right? Because you're always buying from the same seller. So as a buyer, it's very simple. You go to the e-commerce store and you buy whatever you want to buy. And then the seller, the e-commerce store owner, they have a warehouse somewhere. And, then you pay a certain amount for having that shipped. And then the seller basically ships it. So maybe they are using like a shipping provider for that. And that's relatively simple actually. But on a marketplace, you have multiple independent sellers. And that of course makes it much more complicated. So who sets the shipping price? Is that the seller or is that set on the marketplace? It depends, right? It also depends on what kind of marketplace it is. Because if only small items, for instance, are being sold on the marketplace owner can actually set a certain price for the shipping and then it will probably be fine. But if on the marketplace you can buy big items and also small items, so that could be, let's say, sneakers and also furniture, of course the shipping price has to be very different then, depending on what you are buying. And who pays for the shipping? Is that on the buyer or is it on the seller? And if it's on the seller, of course the marketplace owner should make the seller aware that, they should include in their prices that they're setting the shipping. What if the seller never ships? So that happens. At some point that will happen for you as well. So then you have to have some kind of refund mechanism set up, of course, in case this happens. And this one, when does the seller get paid? So is that immediately after the buyer buys from the seller but the item is not shipped? Probably not. Is it after the seller has shipped and added a tracking number? Could be. Or even better, maybe when the buyer receives whatever is being shipped and then says that everything is fine with what was shipped. That's probably a good time to actually release the payment. And then of course you can have one cart, 3 sellers. So is that then 3 packages? Probably. So as you can see here, shipping for marketplaces is actually pretty hard. And at the core of all this is what I call the trust triangle. And it basically looks like this. So the buyer will always be thinking, will my order actually arrive? The seller will be thinking, will I get paid? And of course you as the platform owner, you have to make sure that the seller actually shipped whatever he was supposed to ship. So you need to protect all 3 sides basically in order to make this work. So trust needs to be there in order for your marketplace to basically work. Great, so let me just take you through the 6 things that your shipping system needs to solve. So first of all, pricing. So do you use a flat rate per listing, per seller? What are the free shipping thresholds? So those ones needs to be in place, of course. Number 2, address plus phone collection. So when should that happen? Probably at checkout and not after, and probably also not before actually, because you want to make it as frictionless as possible to sign up. So if you ask for the address plus phone number at user creation time, for instance, less people will probably sign up then. So it's probably best to do this in the checkout. Deferred payout. So you need to hold the money until they actually ship. And if there's no shipment and the buyer didn't receive the package, then there's no pay. Shipping deadlines. You have to have some kind of auto cancellations and auto refund processes in case the seller suddenly doesn't do what they're supposed to do. Also, of course, you have to have all these email reminders set up so that they are reminded of what they're supposed to do before the deadlines. Then you have to have multi-seller orders, of course, similar to on an e-commerce store, so that you can add whatever you want to buy as a buyer to a cart, and then you can basically pay once and then receive everything that you want from just that one checkout. So of course that means that one order can be 3 sellers. That means 3 shipments. Each seller ships independently, and order only fulfilled when all sellers have shipped and the buyer have received them. So again, that means that the buyer will have to then click on a button to basically mark that they have received whatever they received. And last but not least, of course, tracking is super important. So the seller has to enter the carrier name plus a tracking number, and of course the buyer needs to get all these notification emails so that they can easily track whatever is being sent to them. Great, and all of this is there on Prometora, and this, if you're building this from scratch, that will take you months basically. So let me just show you how this works on Prometora. So of course you go to the store settings, you go to shipping, and then you first of all enable shipping if you need it. So enable it, and this is also where you can enable your shopping cart. Cool. So then of course the easiest to begin with is to start with a flat rate shipping and then later integrate to whatever carrier you want to integrate towards. But if we start with a flat rate shipping and we can do per listing shipping costs, that means that if you have a marketplace where, for instance, your sellers are selling very different size items, so again, that could be sneakers and furniture, for instance, then you would want to enable this one, because then the seller themselves can add their shipping cost. So a seller that is selling sneakers would then say maybe, I don't know, $10. And if another seller is selling furniture, they would then maybe add, I don't know, $30, $50 for shipping. Cool. So you would then also just set a default shipping cost. So let's set here, we could set $10 US, and maybe free shipping. You can set that optionally if you want to have a free shipping threshold, you could say. So if your order is above, I don't know, 500, then there's free shipping. Shipping countries, of course, let's add USA here. So I add USA, but of course you can add whatever country that you are operating in. And then this one is also very, very important. So the shipping deadlines. So as you can see here, set a deadline for sellers to ship. Orders not shipped in time will be automatically cancelled and refunded. So you should probably usually give them maybe 7, maybe 14 days. I'm just gonna set it to 7 here. And then also down here you have the buyer delivery confirmation. So require buyers to confirm they received their orders before releasing seller payouts. This depends a little bit on you, but it's often good to have that as well. So you send a confirmation email after, I don't know, 5 days. So 5 days after the shipment has been sent, you send a send confirmation email, and then you also have a auto release payout after, I don't know, maybe 10 days. So that is also very good to have. So in case the buyer doesn't act, doesn't do anything, they might have received whatever they bought, which is very normal, but they just don't do anything, then the seller will still get their payout after 10 days. So let's save the changes, and now that is basically working on this test marketplace. So that is how it works on Prometora. And so guys, so if you're considering making your own marketplace and it involves shipping, then please go ahead and test out Prometora. Also, if it does not involve shipping, you should also test out Prometora. And if you have any questions about shipping or about marketplace building in general, then please just add a comment here in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. See you. Thank you. Bye bye. Ciao.